Hello everyone. In this video class, we will see the general principles of user interface design as a part 2. As I said in part 1, there are various principles should be followed. As I already told, user interface is an interface between computer and human beings. Always human being should make a proper interfaces between computer and users, because once it is failed or any error may come, this may lead finally the change of user interface. User interface cannot be done. Hence, as a part 2, we will see some principles like directness. We should have a familiarity, we should have flexibility, we should have some forgiveness with the computer. Some obviousness is important. Operability, perceptibility, predictability is also very important principles. So what is this directness as a one principle? You can see we will provide a direct ways to accomplish some task. Available alternatives should be visible. The effect of actions on object should be visible. We make a direct communication. Minimize eye and hand movements always and other control actions. Transitions between various systems, controls should flow easily and very freely. Navigation paths, we know that navigation paths, it should be as short as possible. We make a very short navigation between user and computer, making user interface. We will do some eye movement through a screen. It should be obvious and sequential. Anticipate the user's wants, what they want and what they need whenever possible. All this comes under the directness things. And familiarity. So most important is familiarity. A user can have a very good familiarization with the computer system using user interface design. Employ familiar concepts and use a language, proper language, because the language is very important part, that it is familiar to the user also. Keep the interface in natural. Mimic the user's behavior patterns. Use real world metaphors always. As I said in my earlier video, metaphor is a very important part. Use a real world metaphors to make a more familiar with the computer system. Flexibility is another aspect of principle. A system must be sensitive to the differing some needs of its users, enabling the level and type of performance based upon each user's knowledge is important and their skills. Because the knowledge may vary from one person to another person, one user to another user. Skill may vary. Each users have a different experience. Each user may have their personal preferences are different. Each users may have different habits. So, based on this type of performance of the human also, the flexibility should be maintained with the system. Forgiveness. Ultimately, forgiveness is important, because we know that today there are a lot of malwares and fraud and takes place in the system. User may damage the system. Tolerate and forgive common and unavoidable human errors. Some of the errors may be tolerable, because some of the errors cannot be avoided between user and system. Prevent some errors from occurring whenever possible. Protect against possible some catastrophic errors. Provide some constructive messages when an error does occur. So see, it's a very important. We should have a forgiveness nature, that is called apology like that with the system. User should have an apology with the system, because computer cannot do anything. User can do anything, because user has themselves, they designed the computer system. Then obviousness. A system should be easily learned and understood. The user should know what to look at, what it is, what to do, when to do it, where to do it, why to do it, how to do it, the flow of actions, responses, visual representation. Information should be in a sensible order that is easy to recollect and place in context. And operability. Everybody should know how to operate. Ensure that system design can be used by everyone, regardless of physical abilities. Without having any irrespective of physical abilities, we should know how to operate the systems in proper way. Is also a very important part. One of the principle comes under the user interface design. Perceptibility, as we know that, assure that a system's design can be perceived regardless of person's sensory abilities. Persons, first stimuli may come by seeing an object, stimuli goes to the brain. Second, receptor organ is there, eye or some, it will catch that, it will collect that, then it will go to some nerve systems and come to the specialized area of particular that area in visual perception based on that. Then visual cortex is there. After that, some processing takes place. What is the stimuli, what organ has took it, and what is the specialization area has taken it, and then perception based on that perceptibility, processing zones are there, division of some stimulation into 5 different areas. So like that, perceptibility is a human brain based system. Human can understand what I am doing, what can I do, like that. And predictability. One should have a predicting nature, mindfulness at work, because we are stressed, we are doing many work. So the user should be able to anticipate the natural progression of each task by providing distinct and recognizable screen elements, providing some cues to the result of an action to be performed. Do not bundle or combine actions. This is a very important part. While predicting, we should make it very clear. Predict everything individually. Say in the figure I shown, predict it is a watch, predict it is a laptop, predict it is a other system, predict it is a computer system. Like that, we should predict everyone. So do not bundle it, do not combine it, make it separate and predict properly. It would be easier, we do like that. So all expectation should be fulfilled uniformly and completely. So complexity, simplicity is a very important one, because as we know that in computer system, the space complexity and time complexity is very important. We should maintain in time complexity increases. What happens? The system and user interaction goes down. Because it take more amount of time means no use of using system. Manually we can do something. So like that, the complexity is also available. So as this, we can make like this. So a well-designed user interface allows user to interact naturally with the familiar elements by adapting to different user needs. It should prevent and recover from mistakes, easily make functions clear, very clear and easy to find, more support, smooth control, navigation, ensure more important information. It should be very easy then. Seen, it can be easily seen and behave consistently to match user expectation. With this, I conclude this topic. Thank you.